order to really attract applicants, especially younger folks, millennials, Gen Z, and kind of beyond from there, it really does take a concerted effort to invest in developing an organization's employment brand. As an employer, you're trying to convince quality applicants to apply to all of your open roles. So an excellent employer brand will basically serve as an organization's best recruitment tool to persuade job seekers that that organization is an employer of choice. So as an important first step, kind of in building that really strong employer brand, it really starts with developing a meaningful career site. And organizations should strive to create a career site that really excites visitors when they come in, and provides all the pertinent information that job seekers are looking for. So things like your culture, list of your open positions, any employment benefits that you have outside of just pay. If you've got a mission and vision statements, making sure that those are aligned with job seekers. They want to make sure that they're looking at organizations where they can align and feel like they will fit into all of those areas. Things that have been great have been also employee testimonials. So, hearing it directly from your own employees, have a little video or even just a little snippet, and, reward them for doing things like that. Once again, like you're using them as a recruitment tool, be sure to reward them and, highlight those things, employee of the month. I mean, all kinds of things. There's really a lot of ways to get creative with it. And you use that platform to be able to tell that story and kind of help control that narrative. So, at the end of the day, what you're trying to do is help differentiate yourself from other organizations that offer similar services. I live in the Phoenix area, and I know a lot of folks out here have to contend with Amazon. We have a huge distribution center, and they pay much better in general. So what are ways that you can help differentiate some of those things out here to make sure, once again, that, while those are two different kind of comparisons, why should someone come and work for you? So, job seekers are doing their research. They're utilizing resources like Glassdoor to gather any sort of relevant employee reviews on companies that they're considering applying to. And prospective applicants will basically use that feedback to determine, whether they apply or look elsewhere. Regardless of the merit of any of those reviews that are on those sites like Glassdoor. There was a 2018 reputation management study done by MRI Network that indicated that 70% of job seekers actually wouldn't accept an offer from an employer with a bad employer brand. So that's huge. Really understanding that and really digesting that. Business owners really do need to take ownership and address, some of those things head on, especially things like negative reviews on sites like Glassdoor, without, kind of getting defensive or casting blame elsewhere. So if you've ever used a site like Yelp, you can tell which organizations handle negative reviews elegantly and which ones actually are just trying to save face. The really good ones, don't try to shift blame away from themselves, but instead, acknowledge that there is a negative review. They will try to engage with that reviewer to see if there's a way to resolve the issue. In some instances, you can actually go back and see that they have updated that negative review and then changed, whatever their ranking score was, simply from having that engagement, with the business owner to the reviewer. So it's not going to happen every time. We don't want to paint that picture, but it really does send a clear message to people reviewing your page that, you do take these reviews seriously and that you are trying to make a concerted effort to address any issues that do arise. So it's going to speak volumes about you and your organization as well as your employer brand.